Hello, we are here and we just got a look at Dragon Age Inquisition, and Cameron Lee, who is a producer at Bioware working on Dragon Age Inquisition, is here to talk to us. We're starting the game and it seems the player-controlled character, which can be one of 4 races or 3 classes, has some connection to the Fade. What happened?
That's right. So as the Inquisitor at the beginning of the game, you are at a peace conference between the Mages and the Templars who have been in conflict for a long time. And a massive explosion happens, wipes out everyone, you get blasted into the Fade, which doesn't normally happen. Normally people don't go physically into the Fade, but you do. And as a result of that, you become marked. So you have this mark on your hand, and it allows you to manipulate the Fade in various ways. There's a big breach in the sky between the Fade and the real world. Demons are pouring through, lots of little rifts opening up all over the place. And because of that mark, you're really the only one who can actually do something about it. But the other weird thing is that chaos is starting to spread all over the world. Different nations are in chaos, different factions have been weakened, people are at war with each other, which is all very convenient. So as a player, you get to form an Inquisition, which is a big organization full of soldiers, spies, merchants, politicians, all with the goal of uncovering the truth of who is behind this, what is happening, and then bringing stability to the world.
So I'm not really on the side of the Mages or the Templars?
No, not really. You can bring an end to the conflict between the Mages and the Templars once and for all, very early in the game. And you can align with one of those. You can decide who you want to bring into your Inquisition. When you make that choice, you will see large pieces of content which are exclusive to that choice. And part of what you saw in the demo today was a little section of that choice, and that has dramatic effects through the rest of the game with the people in the world and also your Inquisition and the story itself.
Well, I never do anything the Chantry wants me to do, so...
I am the same.
Yeah. I also saw that it looked like there was a special move that was gained from get teamwork in the group. We saw haste. Yep. What is that system?
So that's the momentum system, or sort of focus kind of a system. So as you go through combat, it's a representation of how your team's, winning, almost like getting stronger. And we've got some really powerful game-changing abilities which can be used from that system. So like the haste ability, which is amazing. Like when you're really under pressure, you can fire this off. It slows down time, puts this great effect on the screen, and allows you to be really precise about what you're going to do. There's like group heals, there's massive meteor swarms that can come down, and it's all off these really game-changing abilities that are just so awesome, so impressive. So it's going to be really interesting to see how players use those game-changing abilities mixed in with all the normal ones as well, because we've got about 200 different abilities, talents, perks, spells. Like, it's crazy.
That is crazy. We got to see a little bit of this new strategic planning in the battle sense. So what happened was time had frozen, or it seemed to have frozen. Maybe that's something I don't understand yet. And I was able to plan out what everyone in my party would be doing. So the archer was doing one thing, the warrior was doing another, the mage, and they all had different abilities, obviously. So am I playing my companions just as much as I'm playing as the Inquisitor?
Yes, you are. I mean, it's really up to you how you want to play. What we've done is bring action combat, so you can be just the Inquisitor, running around, having a whole bunch of fun, destroying your enemies in various ways. Or you could flip very easily to all of your other followers, so you could decide to take control of Iron Bull, who's that big warrior with his big horns, right? Who's really cool. You can do all that in action. And then at any time, if you want, you can hit a button and it goes into that tactical view, which you were talking about, where time's frozen. We change the interface. We allow you to order your whole party into different positions, defend certain choke points, cast certain abilities, different spells, etc. And then you can just start time moving again. You can stay in that tactical view whilst time is moving. You're watching all of your tactics play out. Then you can pause time again, issue new orders, and then jump straight back into action. It's entirely up to the player. We want to give everyone the freedom to be who they are, who they want to be. So male, female, the 4 different races, the different classes, the different specializations. We've got a crafting system in there that will allow you to look how you want to look.
It was overhauled stalled a little bit, wasn't it?
It's incredible. It's so complex. There is so much in the crafting system. So the way that it generally works is you get like a template of how an item, how a sword or armor is going to look, and then you can insert different metals, different fabrics, different leather, and that will enchantment as well, right? Every time someone says enchantment...
Enchantment?
I know, I say weird because of my accent.
Enchantment!
But no, it's really cool because the materials that you use in the crafting changes how the item will look, changes its stats, and then you can put enchantments on it as well. So if you want everyone to be running around in pink armor, you can probably do that. The Pinquisition.
You're just full of great ideas now, aren't you?
Yes.
I heard that area in the demo was bigger than all of Dragon Age Origins Ferelden area at all.
Yeah, absolutely. It's huge. Like, it's a playable space. You can go anywhere you can see. You can run around. It takes ages to get through these locations. So when we're looking at a story that's as vast as what we're telling in Dragon Age Inquisition, we've taken the most important areas of the world for the story, and we've made massive open world experiences in those locations. So we've got sun-baked deserts, we've got snowy mountains, we've got creepy frozen forests, swamps and bogs, and all these different locations which mean something, and they feel like a desert if you're in a desert. We don't want players to walk from the top of a snow-capped mountain to a desert in 5 minutes. We want them to feel like they're in a desert, and the gameplay feels that way, and the themes and the stories are unique to that area. So that's a massive open world exploration game with a massive Bioware storytelling in that as well. And we glue those things together by using the Inquisition, which is your organization. So you get to decide where you want to take the story next, what you do with the world, how you influence it, and that all plays into both the open world exploration and the story. So it's an amazing connection and mating of those two.
Well, there goes my social life. Of course, something common in Bioware games is porting our older games to our newer games, and our choices having a resounding effect on our world. And we're seeing consequences or maybe sometimes benefits from our actions.
Yes.
And we saw a character or two. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it. Well, you know what? She was in the trailer. We saw Liliana come back, and she was reflecting certain choices. And tell me about that a little bit. Like, how much of our old world and our old friends and enemies will we be seeing again?
Quite a lot. So the actions and decisions that you made in the previous two games, if you played them, play a huge part of the story. They have rippling effects through the world, both in terms of who you meet, what they're like when you meet them, what events occur in Dragon Age Inquisition. So it's quite amazing how much variation there is between what you may be playing and what I'll be playing. But saying that, it's still very easy for new players to jump in and start playing the game. We've spent a lot of time in the prologue making sure that new players can get up to speed really easily. We've put all of the detail that hardcore fans may want to find off to the side in the prologue so they can still go and get it. But for the new players, we want to ease them in. At the end of the prologue, then we say, well, okay, now you've done that, here's the world, go have fun. So yeah, it's amazing. We've got the Dragon Age Keep, which is a website, and in this website you can recreate your characters from the previous games, define what choices they made, set up the world state, and then import that in, regardless of what platform you originally played on or what platform you're going to play on now, right? Maybe you've lost your saves as well, right? So we allow you to bring that in, and then the world is dynamically changed.
That is great, because now I am moving on to the next gen.
Exactly.
And I have maybe an older game on a different company's platform even.
Yes.
And my face may have been, there were some unfortunate accidents in the creation.
Yes.
So that's wonderful to hear.
Yes, and it's all, the Dragon Age Keep, it's narrated, there's animations in there, there's story and lore. I think there's around 300 different decisions and actions, variables in that Dragon Age Keep which you can bring in, which is amazing. So it's all the games, it's all the DLCs, all those things will all play a part. And then as you play through Dragon Age Inquisition, your decisions and actions will, again, if you want to be connected to the internet, you don't have to be, but if you are, it will flow back up to the Keep, so that for future games in the franchise, again, it's all in one specific location which you can always get access to.
I like that because we as players, we hold our characters and our choices very dear.
Absolutely.
We believe in them full on, wholeheartedly. I know what I did and I stand by it. The Inquisition is a group of leaders. And you're the leader of leaders. You know, my original Grey Warden and Hawke, they were great leaders. Oh, I'm just gonna...
I get that question a lot, and I still haven't found a graceful way to say I can't talk about it, so I can't talk about it, I'm sorry.
Maker's breath. Andraste's face. All right. You gave us a lot of good stuff, so I'll forgive you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for talking to us. Really excited about Dragon Age Inquisition. It's out in October?
That's right, October 7 this year.
All right. I'll be there.